Always great talking to El Guapo, Chris Gutierrez. He's got a big fight coming up here against Luke Sanders, August 1st at UFC Fight Night. Chris, what's up, man? How are you?
What's up, man? I'm good. Just resting up right now.
Yes, and I heard Jonathan Martinez is cooking for you right now. You're living the life, it seems.
I'm living it. I got him downstairs cooking, and I'm just resting up now.
Awesome. Are you back in Colorado or are you home in Texas?
No, I'm back in Colorado.
Nice. Well, that's good to hear. Was this the right amount of time in between fights? I mean, you came off that really big win in your last one, and now you're getting rebooked here, fairly quickly, which is great.
Yeah, I got to make up for lost time. I had 8 months of downtime, and I got both the fights that I need to make up on top of the remaining of this year. So I'm just trying to get them in.
What does it mean to, I just mentioned him there, Jonathan Martinez. You guys are fighting on the same card. That's always really nice, I imagine.
It is, he's a good friend of mine. I consider him like a brother to me. And so, we've been on the local regional circuit together. At one point, we were supposed to fight each other. He didn't want to come up to my weight class. So, I was going to twister him. He didn't know that, but that was the plan.
Yeah. No, that's interesting.
It feels good. It feels good to be able to fight with, a close friend, and teammate. So we're going to get those wins together.
How much time did you take off from the last fight? Because it seemed like you were right back in training, just following along on social media.
Yeah, I took off I would say a week and a half, just to visit family. I didn't really do much, but be with the family, and just enjoying the victory with them. And then I got back to work.
Have things improved in terms of things opening up in Colorado? Because I know last time we spoke, things were getting a bit better. I know you still had to kind of keep it under the down low, but have things improved a lot?
Yeah. As far as being able to train now at your regular facility, yeah, now that's open up. Same thing here, like with everybody. A lot of businesses you have to wear the mask. If you go out in the store, make sure you have a mask on. You might get yelled at like I did. But
you got yelled at? I got to hear about this. Come on, you just threw out the teaser there. Let's hear it. What happened?
I got I got yelled at by some old lady and some old guy. That there's nothing bad. They just they were like, "You're putting people's life in jeopardy. You're gonna kill everyone." And I was like, "Whoa, easy, lady. First and foremost, I don't have the damn thing, and second, I'm not coughing on nobody." And the thing, it was funny because she had her mask off to her nose, it wasn't even covering it up, and I was just like, oh, okay, you're right, I'm sorry, lady, whatever.
Were you the 6 feet, or were you too close to them? Is that why they said something?
Well, the aisles at the store are the regular size aisles.
Right.
She was just in the middle with her buggy, and I tried to creep around, and I was even polite. I was like, excuse me, and she wouldn't move, and when you kind of get that vibe that someone doesn't really like you or something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she proceeded to call me a jackass, and then whenever her husband walked by, he called me a fucking idiot. So that's what I was like, "What'd you say to me?" And then that's whenever she popped off and was like, "You're jeopardizing everyone's
trying to get some food or something, right? And you're getting all this abuse. It's crazy." Did they have this? Because I know some grocery stores, they have the line, so you know which way to go. So were you violating that? That might have annoyed them. I don't know. I'm still learning all this too, right?
Me too. I'm learning just as I go. No, but there was no lines. I think the only store that has lines that I've seen is Walmart.
No, it's true. Well, I know in the ones here, I'm in Canada, things are totally different, but I know they actually have the arrows pointing which aisle, which direction to go down. It's kind of annoying actually, because you got to be remember that old game Snake where you'd have to get the apples and stuff? Yeah, it was kind of like that, where I'd have to go around to go the right direction. Yeah,
no, you're right. Not me. I just go. That's just me. I was like, man, I don't got time for this. I'm not trying to be in the store for an hour.
Well, you're fast. We've seen you fight. You're very fast, very mobile. I think, you're very efficient. So I think they should make an exception for people like you who are very, very efficient. Unlike the old people who are a little bit slower, right? So there you go. Anyways, figuring that out. But yeah, no, that's good to hear about training. Good to hear everything's, close to normal in terms of all that. But let's talk about Luke Sanders. Were you surprised when you heard that name? Because he actually hasn't fought in a while. I think it was February 2019 was the last time he had a fight.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't really care. The name came across. Thought it was a good matchup. We took it. I'm here to win. That's ultimately that's all it is. My job is to win. And it doesn't matter the name.
Okay. Well, because I know you wanted a ranked opponent, right? So this is kind of another guy outside the top 15. But like you said, it's just about keeping active and building that momentum. And like you said, making up for lost time, right?
Right. So, I mean, that's my job. Is I just gotta win. I gotta keep moving forward and keep climbing the ladder.
How do you feel like you match up against him? I'm sure you've had a chance to look at him as an opponent.
Yeah, I mean, he's a tough opponent. You know, he's got some credible names on his resume, and you know, he got a big win over Renan Barao, and I know Luke is the name that came up, and now I want him on my resume. So that's the way it kind of goes.
As someone who was out for a little while, do you think the layoff will affect him in this fight? The fact that he hasn't fought for so long?
You know, I don't know. We'll see, right? That's ultimately what it comes down to. I don't know. Hopefully, I get the best Luke Saunders, whatever his name is, the best version of him. Because you know, I want to test myself against the best, and you know, like I said, he's a good opponent, but I don't think he's anything special.
And in terms of training partners, you know, obviously Jonathan's there. Who else is in the gym with you at Factory X? Who are you getting to work with?
Yusef, of course, Brandon Royval, practicing with him a lot. We got some new people. We got Alex Fernandez.
Alex Fernandez is with you guys. Interesting.
Yeah. And man, he's a great addition. We got a couple of good wrestlers that came down and, you know, been wrestling a lot with the Olympic team. Joe Warren, of course, you know, he's doing the stuff down there and he's bringing the guys up. So, man, just getting a lot of high-level different looks and everything, of course, you know. So, and, you know, now we got Anthony Smith down and, you know, we got a lot of people back down. So it's good.
Well, it's already been kind of like a family atmosphere, and you throw in a guy like Alex. I mean, the personalities must be just crazy because you got Yusuf and yourself, and Brandon's even a bit of a character like that. Things must be pretty. Must be a lot of like pranking and stuff over there.
You know, it's a big. You never
like fraternity almost. You know.
It is. You never know what you're going to walk into. You know, when you go into the locker room, you really never know what conversation you're going to stumble across, and just like the different personalities. You know, not one of us. We don't crash in there. We just vibe off each other, and that's just how it is, you know.
Talked about getting your food made right now. How's the weight cut going? I mean, we have a bit of time before this fight, but I imagine things are on point.
Everything's good. I'm on point. I'm actually a little bit ahead of schedule, so I'm enjoying me some good food and not really killing my body.
That's always good. Who's going to be in the cage with you that night as far as your corner?
It's going to be Mark, Professor Busy, and Professor Scotty.
Nice. That's awesome. And how do you see the fight playing out? Are we going to see another, tree knocking down a tree trunk type performance like last time with the leg kicks?
I don't know. If he leaves it, why not, right? You know, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been the person to try to call it. All I know is going to be a fast-paced fight. I'm excited. I'm excited to bring the heat to him, and I'm excited for the fight, man. That's a surprise for you guys to tune into.
Yeah, and I think what's so cool about this too is you came off such a big win in your last fight. Like you're riding that momentum. It wasn't that long ago that fight took place, so I'm sure that the mentality is a little bit different going into this, just because you're riding high from that win.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I enjoy the win, but I know it's ahead of me, so I don't, I don't get too high. I'm not going to get too high on cloud nine, because at the end of the day, I got a tough opponent in front of me. But if he thinks he's just going to walk all through me, he's got another thing coming for him. So at the end of the day, I take everyone as if they're the world champion. After
this fight, is the plan, I guess, to get, obviously you want to get another fight in, I would think, and just sort of keep that momentum going, like you were saying, to just, keep active?
Yeah. After this fight, God willing, everything goes well. No injuries or nothing, nothing too bad. Yeah, I'd love to jump back in the mix. I'd love to get at least 2 more before the end of the year. But if I can get at least 1, I'll be content.
Awesome. Always got to ask this because this is sort of one of the things we always talk about. How's your son doing? When was the last time you spoke to him? I don't know if you saw him in between the last fight.
No, I haven't seen him in 8 months, really.
Damn. Sorry to hear that, man. Well, I hope he's doing well, because I think Father's Day was after your last fight, right? Or was it before? I was trying to remember.
Father's Day was before.
Oh, it was before. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah.
No, I didn't I got to speak with him on FaceTime. I got to speak with him for about 2 minutes, and then she hung up the phone on me. So,
man, that's so frustrating. Okay,
but
well,
it is what it is. I know my son is gonna grow up, and he's gonna see what his dad accomplished in life, and the good things his dad did, and I'm excited for that. And not only that, they watch the fights. even if my son is not there present, they're watching, and I'm gonna keep going forward. I'm not gonna let nothing stop me. I'll get my son one of these days. I'll have him.
I was going to say best of luck with that, obviously, because again, I know you're doing such a good job, and good, like I said, not just inside the cage you're doing well, but I know outside the cage too, just sort of setting a good example with training and all that stuff too. So hopefully it all does work out. Kind of on that note, I know last time we spoke, you were talking about doing the firefighting thing. Is that still on your radar right now? I guess you got the fight coming up, but I'm sure that's something you were going to do on the side.
Yeah, all that got put on hold because of COVID. So
right, okay.
So, it kind of sucks, kind of threw a wrench, because I was heading up down I was steamrolling, and of course, right, when something seems too good to be true, and then it is, it's just like, damn, it sucks. But, I just got to pick up where I left off whenever everything, commences again. And, that's something still on my radar.
Last question. What you having for dinner? I got to know.
I don't know. I just told him to go down there and make me something.
That's true friendship right there. You don't have to say anything. You just know he's going to make you something good, right? So.
Exactly. I don't know. It's got to be something with chicken or salmon. I like chicken, but he likes salmon, so whatever. It's going to be something like that.
Awesome. Chris, always a pleasure, man. Really looking forward to this one. August 1st, UFC Fight Night. Anyone you want to thank? Any sponsors? Any social media you want to plug? The floor is yours, man.
Yeah, man. I want to thank all my teammates at Factory X. My coaches, my management team, Oregon Sports Agency, some of my sponsors, Virus, Ball Wash, ISO Right, and anyone that's helped me and all the love and support I've gotten behind closed doors, behind the scenes. I appreciate it. And social media, you can find me at Chris El Guapo Gutierrez or Instagram El Guapo MMA.